Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, or Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, because I keep saying The Legend of Zelda even though it's not in the title, but I mean it is The Legend of Zelda, so it's fine. But yeah, once again, as every other episode, I once again have my friend.
Oh, hello. Once again, it is me, Card, being here to help co-commentate, have some opinions on topics, and pretty much yeah, whatever I'm called, whatever I'm needed to.
Right.
And this time we're going through another episode of the Misadventures of Linkle.
Yep. So Card, and I've mentioned that mentioned this in previous episodes. But Card has not played through either Legends or the Definitive Edition, so he only knows the original Hyrule Warriors. So he's never seen any of the Linkle stuff. So this will be the first time he sees this particular episode, which is Powers Collide. So.
Yep.
Here we go, on with Linkle. Let's get her up to level 15 real fast, just to give her a little bit more of a power boost. We did go through her badges and things. We still have, no combos for her. Actually, speaking of her combos, what do I need? Dynalphos Fangs, Goron Armor Bracelets, and something that I don't know what is yet. Okay. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't get her leveled beyond just the one. So, excuse me, I don't remember what combos I have at the moment, so I'm not gonna bother with strong attacks. We're gonna hop in here with Rupees Plus.
Temple, Princess Zelda and Impa had defeated Wizaro, the Twisted Wizard.
Princess Zelda and Impa defeated Wizaro in the Water Temple. Ruto and Darunia stayed behind in order to kind of keep guard and things like that. And suddenly, more monsters appear. And,
because let's face it, bugger, and they're led by Volga.
Yeah. So basically, Sia sent Volga off to try and retake the Water Temple, and Linkle kind of, as she's on her way to Hyrule Castle, being completely lost, she kind of ends up stumbling into this area, and notices that they need help, and is like, hey, I'm the hero of time, let me help.
Yeah, I find it a bit funny. It's like, Volga failed to do anything at Skyloft, so Sia's like, oh no, go back, take care of the Water Temple. Wizaro screwed up, so you go in there and make sure and take it back.
Right. I think that's the only combo I have at the moment, aside from the standards. So that's fine. I like that combo too.
But yeah. Anyway, aside from this being the first time I'm seeing this, we're also going to be going over something that we kind of got sidetracked last episode. If you watched the last episode, which is the various good and bad temples, and we both agreed that the Water Temple was not their best choice.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, getting away from that, now it's time to talk about the actual good temples and maybe some other not so good temples.
Right.
Now, for me, I'll start off with what I like from this timeline Valkyrie of Time. So yeah, I actually really like the Fire Temple, despite me not really being all that. Despite me not really having the best of I'm not much of a fire guy, despite my love of the Gorons. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Well, the Gorons are really kind of more of an Earth race, anyway.
Yeah.
In the original Aletheia universe setting that I had, I had the Skarn, which are my version of the Gorons, and they were an Earth race. They were actually created by the Earth God. But when I sat back and was really trying to think of like a fire race, you know, because I did have the impetus, which were basically fire genocide. But because there were races of genocide, I didn't like the impetus of the race, and that's when I was like, okay, the Skarns really do just fit more as a fire race. That's why I made them a fire race instead. So, but yeah, so like I can agree the Fire Temple is pretty good. I will definitely agree with you that the Fire Temple was definitely well done. If we compare it to the Water Temple, it was heavenly. I think most of the temples were compared to that, though.
Yeah, it's like okay. I was like, okay. I think we've picked on the Water Temple enough.
Yeah. But in the aspect of you know, since we're going with Ocarina of Time dungeons at the moment, because we are on the Ocarina of Time timeline. Honestly, like, Darunia's in trouble. Some of the ones that I really liked from Ocarina of Time were the Deku Tree. That was one of the dungeons I liked a lot. Granted, it might be because it's one of the dungeons I had to go through so many times. Whereas, again, I talked about this in a previous episode, if any of you missed it. I did not have the most linear travel through Ocarina of Time, my first couple of playthroughs. Again, go back and watch some of the previous episodes if you really want to hear that story. I'm not going to recount it again here, because it is a long story. But no, I because I played through Ocarina of Time so many times, just trying to play the game. I ended up going through the Deku Tree a lot, and I really, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, well, you know, the thing that you do constantly tends to be the thing that you don't like. And it is true the Deku Tree does bore me because I have done it so many times. But that said though, like, the Deku Tree was also the first and only dungeon that I got to do on my first run of the game. And so maybe it is because of that, but it did leave a lasting impression on me. And so I really do like the Deku Tree. Is it my favorite dungeon from Ocarina of Time? No. That would actually have to be the Spirit Temple. I really, really love doing the Spirit Temple. But the Deku Tree is still pretty, honestly, really good in my opinion. It was definitely a good, you know, when you're designing a game, you know, your first, you know, the beginning of the game has to be very, I don't want to say, it doesn't have to be a tutorial, but it has to be tutorial-esque. It has to teach you the fundamentals of the game, presented to you in a way that's fun and engaging and interesting. And the way they did it with Ocarina of Time was good. The Deku Tree was a good beginning. It's simple. It's not overly complicated. You know, I guess that makes sense because you said it's simple. It's technically the same thing. But you know, it's simple. You know, you can get through it pretty quickly, especially if you know what you're doing.
And even when you're not, you can get through relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Nico.
I was actually just gonna say, you know, I've seen Let's Players that have not even played Ocarina of Time before, and you know, even Goma is still easy. You know. Like a lot of, you know, people that don't even people that don't know how to play the game and get past Goma, you know, even they can understand the mechanic behind Goma and usually beat Goma really without too much difficulty. I have seen, you know, the speedrunners that are able to defeat Goma in, you know, a single run, you know, before she even gets to climb the ceiling and things like that. I used to do that all the time myself. I don't remember how you do it anymore, but I used to be able to do that myself all the time. But, you know, I've seen people do that. You know, I've seen, again, Nico B, you know, again, I can't recommend his channel enough, especially if you really want to get a good feeling for what it's like to play Ocarina of Time, you know, when you don't know anything about it, because he's currently, at the time of recording, doing that and I think Yakuza, which I haven't been watching. But I know that he's doing Ocarina of Time, and it's a, again, completely blind Let's Play, which is really cool.
Yep.
And it's been refreshing to me. It really has kind of opened my eyes and let me really see, you know, more of, I guess you could say it's allowed me to see more of the wonder of Ocarina of Time than I had seen before. Again, a lot of that goes back to the story that I told about my first run through of the game, and I cannot, never mind, I was gonna say I cannot find the Gold Skulltula, but then I immediately found it. And it actually has made me like Ocarina of Time more in the last couple of days than I have in all of my years of playing it, because it's giving me a refresher, you know, letting me see this from brand new eyes. You know, I feel like, you know, I'm the one playing through this for the first time, because, you know, Nico B just does such a good job at, you know, really just doing whatever the heck he wants.
And
the last episode.
And trust me, that is part of his appeal. It's just, well, that and all the goofy voices he decides to give the characters. And trust me, he has a lot of voices, an entire council, if you will.
Yeah, him and his Koichi Link.
Do you like? Oh boy, I understand, you know, what that reference is from, because I've actually played the Danganronpa series, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, this is just his Link voice, but it's apparently his Koichi Link voice. And
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll recommend. But anyway, back on the topic of temples, yeah. Because, you know, temples.
Temples.
We've got
another temple that I thought. Sorry, my throat just got really dry all of a sudden. Sorry, I don't know why my throat just went completely dry. But another temple that I really enjoyed. I mean, I'm gonna say this, I enjoyed most of the Twilight Princess temple. I really enjoyed Twilight Princess. I really enjoyed the majority of the temples. There were a couple that were meh, but none of them were bad, you know? I didn't feel like any of them were bad. I just thought some of them were, alright, this was cool, but eh. But like, the one that I did really like in Twilight Princess, well, there were two that I really liked in Twilight Princess. The City in the Sky was one of my favorites because, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's like,
you know, yeah, like, it's just, I don't know how to explain the City in the Sky. I just really like that one.
Yeah, like have you ever put, it's pretty much, the best way I can describe it is, like, have you ever seen the Nazca in the Valley of the Wind? Yeah, like have you ever wondered what that would be like if it was a bit more run down and full and full of full of actual monsters? That's City in the Sky.
Right. So I liked City in the Sky. I know that there's a lot of people that don't like the City in the Sky. Or a lot of people that were like, this temple sucks. And like, this temple doesn't fit in the game and stuff like that. I liked it. Honestly, Argorok is, if not one of my favorite bosses, is my favorite boss. I think I would have to say is my second favorite boss because I don't know about you personally, but I just love Star-Lord. Like, Star-Lord was just so well done.
You know what? If you weren't gonna bring it up, I was, because my favorite, one of my favorite sort of dungeons from Twilight Princess was, the Arbiter's Ground. Then again, I've always liked Earth and Sand and that sort of stuff, so makes sense why that would be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You better go help Darunia.
Yeah, I saw.
But yeah, but yeah, the Star-Lord boss fight, that was just
epic. First off, I loved that the entire boss fight was done with the spinner. I mean, you do pop off the spinner. Whoa! Holy crap!
Oh, holy crap! That's a lot. That's a lot of high-end enemies that around Darunia.
Yeah, no wonder Darunia was hurting. Oh god, only got 2.
Yeah, seriously, Darunia just waltzed into the enemy's base like, yo, what's up? Oh hey, look, like the enemy base is open. Let me just waltz in here and kick everyone's asses.
Right? Yeah, he just waltzed in here by himself and just like, okay. Yeah, look how much help he actually took off all the essentially generals before you showed up. It's like, yeah.
He pretty much half-held most of them. Probably not Volga, but still, it's just like, right. This is why you're my favorite, man. You are essentially you're a powerhouse. But anyway, yeah, the Arbiter's Grounds. I really liked it. Some people would consider that more of the obligatory spooky level than an Earth level, but with all the sand, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I really enjoyed the boss. In regards to the level itself, I did feel like the second half of Arbiter's Grounds was good. The first half I felt was really weak with the pose and things.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started don't kill my buzz by bringing up the pose.
Yeah, the Arbiter's Ground was a good dungeon, but if we take the dungeon as a whole, it wasn't very good. But if you just count the good half, Arbiter's Ground was actually a really good dungeon.
It's like it didn't have that good of an opening act, but once you get through the pose and you get the spinner,
What?
What? Hello.
They spawned. I attacked one guy. They all disappeared. Then they reappeared. And now they're... What the... It's acting like the keep is not... Was I not supposed to be able to take that keep, but I did?
I think you actually took the enemy base.
Yeah, I mean that was the enemy base. I definitely did take it, but I don't think I was supposed to be able to.
Whoops. But yeah, anyway, other good dungeons. Okay, my favorite dungeon from Skyward Sword, and everyone's banged on about it, but yes, I'm going to mention here too, the Ancient Cistern. I mean, come on, it's a water level done right.
Right.
So you'll pardon me if I continue the better get Ruto up here for that.
Yeah, where is Ruto? Is she still all the way down there? Oh god.
Yeah.
No. Way
Yeah, just come back.
Like, alright. I can get there faster if I actually run as her. Freaking Rudo. Sorry, I just hate playing Rudo.
That's right. Oh, that's right. A lot of the fan bases really like Gerudo. Shots fired!
Right. I don't know. According to Nico B, his comments were full of hate for Rudo.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it, because like, oh boy, Ruto. She didn't exactly have that good of a first impression back when she was a kid, now was she?
Yeah.
Or did she? And of course, Nico gave her the Rafa voice from the Spirit of Justice. So, anyway, like I was saying, Ancient Cistern, love that temple because mainly because of it's a water temple done right. But we got a whip for a weapon, which we haven't had that in a while. And of course the boss.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, Ancient, in regards to Skyward Sword dungeons, like, the Ancient Cistern was probably one of, if not the most well done dungeon. Like, the boss Coloctus, like, magnifique, you know? Like, if we were to talk about just Skyward Sword in general, I would be gushing about the Coloctus fight because it was by far the best boss in Skyward Sword. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Save it for when we get to the bosses.
Yeah. But now I totally agree. The Ancient Cistern was one of, if not the best Skyward Sword dungeon. And like the whole of Skyward Sword was not well done. But there were parts of Skyward Sword that were just like perfect, you know? And the game as a whole was sour, but there were parts that were just really good, you know.
And let's face it, while the Ancient Cistern is the best of the Skyward Sword bosses, not bosses but the dungeons, there is I'll admit there is one there's a certain I would really call it's kind of a temple but not really, but the sand ship and the sand sea.
I mean, it is technically a temple. Oh, hey, look, another Linkle episode. See, I thought that there was one that unlocked after Skyloft, so I was right. You had to do Powers Collide to unlock the Demon Lord's plan. This one is really interesting. Yeah, you'll have to really pay attention when we do this level.
Okay.
It's really cool. But yeah. But yeah, so that was, I mean, obviously continuing from the previous episode, that was our take on the Legend of Zelda dungeons. I'm sure there's so many more we could talk about. I mean, we might in this next episode, since we're, just going into Skyward Sword again here. But we'll see when that comes. Cause I think that's gonna be a different session, so we'll see.
Yeah.
If we remember when we get there to talk about it. But yeah, I do hope that you all have enjoyed so far. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Especially if you like Linkle, because more Linkle coming up. And also, feel free to check the video description for links to the playlist, and link to both my Patreon and the novel that I published, because spending any amount of money on either of those in those 2 links helps out the channel. Especially the novel. That really helps me out a lot there.
Do people enjoy these episodes? You want more of them to come? You want them to come out more quickly? Then support her so that more of the stuff can come out more quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, I'll see you guys next time, or we will.
Yep. So ciao.
See you later.